Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we're back with the third instalment of our Let's Talk About series.
We are talking about work today, but don't worry, it is not going to be bland and boring. We have got some juicy questions about your life in the workplace.
Yeah, we've just whittled it down again because we got so many questions regarding work. I didn't quite think we'd get as many.
Didn't think we'd get any.
But we've selected quite a few that I think will
Maybe
relate to a lot of people.
Yeah, I like that.
So the first one that we're going to start with is how to stay healthy at work.
I need to just get this out. I am terrible with my willpower. I have gone from an office that had a weekly fruit bowl and give out fruit to an office where there's biscuits behind my screen because that's where everyone likes to keep them, right? Can you imagine me seeing these lovely Lotus biscuits like in the crack of my screen? I just want to eat them. I try and plan as much as I can.
Planning is definitely key. Ours is so different because obviously we work like different shifts. So for you, yours is like you've got to plan like your whole day.
Yeah, and not even that. I feel like I can snack more than you. Like I'm sat at a desk, so like it's easy to snack.
You've not got more like public interaction.
So like when I used to work in retail, it used to literally be like I used to hardly eat. Same with being in food,
because you don't have chance to.
And you're on the go, and I think as well if you're working with food, a lot of the time you don't want to eat. Like I used to like just be like, oh my god, there's loads of paninis there, they look so good, and then it used to be like my break, and then I used to be like, I don't want that food. I've been saving it all day.
I think plan and like take food that you enjoy. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be like 100% healthy, but say you want a chocolate bar, just take something healthy as well, like a banana or something. So it's kind of like you've got that balance. I think for me it's when it's quiet in work, obviously, because I've got like a full like work job where you have to actually be on your feet, so I'm not sat at a desk, you know, and I've got to have the interaction. So when it's quiet, you do obviously feel like eating. You know, the times that I work as well is of a night time where you would sit and usually eat a meal.
Snack.
So I think the best thing to do is have like healthier options that you would normally go for. Sometimes I take like a pack of ham in and just like munch on ham as opposed to like eating a proper meal. But there's so many options. You can make hummus, you can take carrots, you can take you can take whatever you want. But if you're looking for healthier options, have a look on Pinterest.
Oh my god, I literally started obviously back to work in January after the Christmas break, and me and Sophie were like batting ideas to each other, and we found so many boxes which were like
snacks
grazing boxes. They are the best thing ever. I have like, you know, my salad or my sandwich, whatever, at dinner, and then I make sure that I have snacks. So I might have like a pot of grapes, or I might have like hummus and carrots or cucumber, and like that for me. Don't have it with your lunch. Literally just try and snack on it in the afternoon, or like even in the morning. Sometimes I'll have like a banana halfway through like the morning, or sometimes as well I try and drink as much as I can. I take like the is it 750ml, and then I try and drink 2 of them at least in work. And then obviously I just have like sometimes have a coffee if I'm that hungry. It sounds stupid, but it curbs my hunger because obviously and stuff like that.
I think just plan and maybe take like a couple of snacks, but just balance it out with like some healthier options.
But also, like, you know, with me saying like there was office biscuits, cakes, like I know there's loads of places like that, and I just think like still take part in the office like
just have
things, but just limit yourself, or you know, sometimes do join in with like, I know a lot of places have like Fat Fridays, like sometimes join in, sometimes don't. You don't have to, and I think that's what it is. Just take the pressure off yourself and make it exciting. And Pinterest is an amazing place to make food exciting, especially packed lunches.
Definitely.
100%. Not having any work friends. So
I think this comes back to my university one.
Yeah.
In a sense, because I always think if you're doing a job of any kind, like you're not there to make friends. Obviously it does help. Like there's a difference between not having friends in the workplace and like being like hated by people in the workplace. I think there's a very big difference. But I think if you don't have like genuine friends in the workplace, like that's not necessarily a bad thing, you know, unless you're feeling very lonely and isolated because you're left out of a group. I think it depends on what type of work you're in.
Space, yeah, definitely. Like, I definitely would say it depends how comfortable you are. Like, I started one of my jobs and I knew, like, I wasn't there to make friends, like, I wasn't bothered, like, I made sure I was comfortable with that. And I think that is a powerful thing. If you can go to a workplace, do your job, you know, have a nice day, you know, you've got friends out of work, and it's not necessarily that, you know, you make friends in work. It's not that they are, it could be they're not actual friends, like,
yeah, just
as well. Yeah, a lot of the time you might move jobs and they're no longer your friends after that. And I think that is something not to worry about too much. But if you're feeling uncomfortable, like,
just branch out a little bit as well. Like, there's nothing stopping you making friends in the workplace. Obviously, again, it all depends on what type of workplace you're in. If you're in an office, you know, 9 times out of 10 it is a lot easier. But if there's a place where there's like quite a lot of you, or there's only a few of you, sometimes it can be hard. But I just think as well, like, you put in what you get out as well.
Definitely.
Like, if you come across as someone that like doesn't want friends, people might not approach you because they might feel exactly the same.
I know when I was in retail, like, a lot of people already knew each other, obviously had been there a long time, and, you know, obviously there's a lot of staff in places like that. And I think I just made a conscious effort to get in on like topics, you know, I might not know like the people they're talking about or like necessarily know everything, but I'd be like, oh yeah, that's really cool, or just a comment here and there. And I think, you know, getting your opinion out there, getting involved, they'll know that you know, want to join in and be friends. And I think if they don't reciprocate, then
yeah, that's it.
It just kind of says it all. Yeah, but I wouldn't worry about it because you just need to be comfortable in yourself, to be honest.
So my next question is how to deal with bitchy colleagues.
I feel like these type of people are everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I've been to a place without them. And the thing is as well,
if you don't have a bitchy colleague, it's because you're one of them.
Yeah. Literally, like, I don't think I've been to a workplace
and not had bitchy people.
No, or even just like one person.
Not necessarily like bitchy, but someone that thinks they're above everybody else.
There's always someone like that, and I'm just like, like, I've got to the stage that I just let things go. It sounds absolutely stupid because people are like, how the hell do you do that? Like, that is impossible.
At the end of the day, you know, even if you're doing exactly the same work, you know, and someone's bitchy, like, their actions reflect in the work that they do. So you kind of don't need to worry about what people think. Unless they're being bitchy to you and they're, like, making you feel uncomfortable, then I think you have grounds to, like, stand on. But if you just have general, like, bitchy colleagues in the workplace, just try and avoid that and don't become part of, like, the niche because you think that's the only way to fit in.
I know there's places I've been that I didn't fit in because I wasn't bitchy and I didn't bitch about everyone. And I think as well,
I feel like I'd like to say it's the younger ones that bitch a lot, but I think you find as you get older,
it's the older people
that bitch a lot more.
Definitely. And like, I think as well, you know, sometimes it might be that people are threatened by how good you are at your job. Like, I hate to be
it might not
that
be
type of person,
bitchiness, it might actually be jealousy.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, it might come across to you as they're being a bitch, but they could just generally be jealous of, like, how well you're doing.
It could be anything.
You know, or the fact that, you know, either you're better in the job or they feel intimidated by you. But I wouldn't take it personally. Sometimes it's quite flattering.
Yeah, I feel like as well people have been like bitchy like about me, but like indirectly, like I've had people stand there and say stuff about me and I've been across the other side of the room, and I think
just people grow some balls, and if you do have an issue with someone, just bloody tell it.
And I think I'll just literally be so happy, like
kill them with kindness.
Literally.
Just
and I think that's why sometimes they're like, oh, for God's sake, like I can't say anything about that
because
person
they're not getting
because they're
a reaction.
so nice.
I think as like sometimes bitchy people like to see reactions from people, and when they don't get a reaction, like, they have to stop because they think, oh, I'm not getting like the reaction that I wanted.
Or like they might want that reaction to try and push you out, and they don't get that reaction, so they can't.
Or like try and get you in trouble because you're the one that then airs your problems, and they like cry wolf. Just don't worry about it.
Literally, I have been there, and I think lately I just if it happens to me, like, I don't care. I actually probably sit there now and smirk because I find it funny.
Yeah.
Like,
because
I'm not being funny,
as well,
but
I think most of the time you probably pick up on it as well because you would never ever want.
I wouldn't want to do that to someone.
Of course I've bitched about people in a job, but I have never ever made someone feel like out of place in a workplace, because you've got to remember you're in exactly the same position as they are. You've got to come to work every day and deal with them, so don't make the situation
That's what I mean. And you go home and you can switch off from that, and I just think it's not worth it at all.
No.
But definitely kill them with kindness, like, carry on doing you, and I think that is the best thing to do. But, you know, if you're going to be bitchy back, I just would say, whatever you're saying, I would make sure I would say that to their face, or I have addressed that issue.
Don't say anything to someone's back that you wouldn't say to their face.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I like that
one.
So
the last question, I'm going to let you read this one.
Am I going to gobsmack? Boss flirting with you.
What do you do if your boss is flirting with you?
I don't even... I've not heard
this
anyone...
is like my dream question, because in my head I'm just thinking like law, like harassment, sexual assault, like that is what comes to my head.
In uni we did you know, obviously gender equality in the workplace.
That was what my dissertation was on.
Yeah, like, I love stuff like that. But I was there and this girl was telling me about her experience, and it was actually in a solicitor's office, and the guy, the boss, used to make her clean out his drawers, and you can obviously imagine he did it for fun, like he thought it was great. Do you know what I mean? That to me is not flirting. Like, no, push it aside. Yeah. But I think there's got to be a line, because is it flirting? You know, is there a massive age difference? Are they doing that
because they want to spend time with the person?
Yeah.
I think 9 times out of 10, a lot of people think they can flirt because they've got power.
100%. And you've got to remember, at the end of the day, that's your job. And, you know, you could lose that job if you do take that chance, which, you know, it's fair enough. That's up to you.
I think if you're in that situation and someone has made you feel that way, risk your job, because your health is so much more important than a job.
Yeah.
Or most definitely.
Like, if I was like, oh, actually I quite like him back, I think I would actually move job.
If it's reciprocated,
yeah, but
it's
I'd
different.
still move.
But it's still wrong because he's your boss.
Yeah, so like I'd still literally be like, right, I'm gonna move jobs, but if you still want to see me, we can do that outside of work. Do you know what I mean? Type of thing. Because
but I think by you saying a boss flirting with you, is it him actually flirting, or is he actually harassing you?
Yeah, you've got to be careful.
Because there is so much these days where women, even men, don't actually know that they're genuinely being harassed by their boss. You might be asked to stay late till 8 p.m, but is he staying in as well? Is he watching everything you're doing? I think this topic is like very debatable. Like, we could sit here for hours.
It's I just
genuinely think, to keep it short and sweet, if you're not happy with the way that your boss is treating you, speak to HR.
Yeah, but like as well, you know, sometimes it's hard if it's actually it could be like the director of the company, or like the actual head of the company. And I just think if you are uncomfortable, you know, there's plenty more jobs out there as well.
And if you do need a lawyer, just hit me up.
Yeah. But like, you know, if you do feel the same way, I'd still move job and then see what happens after.
You've got to feel so happy in your job as well.
Yeah.
You know, everywhere you go, there's the slime balls, you know, whether that is a male or a female. And 9 times out of 10, that is because they have the power and they feel like they can get away with it. And, you know, you could be that one person that stops it from happening. So I just think, you know, maybe speak to someone before you decide to do anything.
Yeah, or see if anyone else has noticed that it's happening, because you know, sometimes you could be carried away with yourself. I'm not saying you are, but you know, you never know. Yeah, definitely. But I think, you know, educate yourself on it as well, because I think if I didn't do all this topic in uni, I wouldn't understand. I don't think I would recognise it at all.
Yeah, like I say, it's a very fine line.
Yeah,
but that was a very controversial one to end on.
Yeah, it definitely was.
It just shows like we are very different people in a sense, aren't we? We both have different opinions, and I think this is why it's nice to like answer these type of questions, because we're never just going to like solely agree with each other and just be like, no, we're completely innocent. We always debate.
I love it.
We hope you enjoyed this segment. Make sure you tune in next week for
it's our last one. Yeah,
it's going to be a juicy one. It might be a little bit sad, it is more of like a personal topic to both of us.
So make
sure you check out our Instagram this week for our question boxes.
Yeah, and we will see you very soon.
Bye.